Well, hello everybody. Yes, it's How To Texture here. We are not dead, we are still here, we are alive. Do not panic, this channel is still alive and will be better than ever, believe me. Now, I know that we've been away for quite a while, we've taken a bit of time away, and we're squirreling away behind the scenes, bringing you all the latest good stuff that you could possibly need, especially in 2022, because there's been lots of different changes. So what on earth is going on in terms of the Pokemon Go spoofing scenario, third-party apps, and so on? We're going to go through this and explain it all to you guys so you know more about it. If you're brand new to our channel, then as always, when you like this video, hit subscribe and set up the notification bell to get all the latest good stuff, because we are the best place to go for any third-party Pokemon Go spoofing stuff that you may need. Now, some good news. If you are an Android user, this video is not really going to apply to you because our working method is always working. I think we've got over 500,000 views on this, so go and check that out on how to get that now. We'll also have another couple of Android videos coming out in the future, so stay tuned on our channel for anything Android related on that. Now, back to iOS. Unfortunately, the news is pretty bleak, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Now, what I mean by that is, unfortunately, Apple are tightening the noose on certificates. If you're not sure what a certificate is, I'm going to explain it in layman's terms. If you've got an app, let's say Pokemon Go. Now, Pokemon Go is a app that is obviously run and owned by Nintendo, but also Niantic. Now, they are developers, okay? So, much like you have other apps, if I went on to TikTok, for example, there's a company called TikTok, and they have a developer account. Now, in order to have an app on the App Store or an app on a device, it needs to be signed. Basically, this is like a privacy sort of security version to make sure that nobody can just upload any bit of software that could have viruses, Trojan horses, etc., onto any Apple device. So it's a bit restricting, but it's good for security. Now, obviously, that means that the only place you can go and get apps are through the App Store. Now, there's a massive lawsuit going on called the Open App Markets Act. Bit of a mouthful, but we will have a whole video on what that means and the fact that actually the whole way that apps are signed onto Apple devices could be changing in the future. We'll have a whole video on that, so stay tuned for that. Once it releases, I'll also have a link in the description. So, what does this mean? Well, if you've been on our channel before, or even if you're new, there are what we call third-party app stores. Now, this can go from App Valley, App Cake, Tutubox, Tutu App, Tweakdoor, so many more. Okay, there's loads on the screen. Unfortunately, at the moment, all of these are revoked. That basically means that Apple have seen a certificate, let's call it certificate A, and they have said, well, this certificate is being used by all of these free third-party apps to install apps they shouldn't be, so we are going to revoke it. We're going to take away that privilege from any iOS device. Now, obviously, they're doing that to become a monopoly. That basically means they only want apps to be installed via their App Store. Some places, they can get away with using certificates for a longer period of time. Those are Sinulus, so Flex Store. Those ones are actually still running. However, Apple are also starting to revoke their certificates also, even though they are developer certificates. So that means that there are not many certificates about. Also, Apple are lawsuiting people, especially in China regions, because of the use of these certificates, and they leak them to the public, and then people get them for free, sign up to these app stores, and then we get our apps. So they're really tightening those, and it's really difficult to go ahead and get a certificate now, because some app stores have been scamming these other companies that produce them, and certificates are huge in China, and basically Apple are tightening the noose. So, what does that mean for the future? Well, as of right now, you can get your spoofing apps like iPogo, Spoofer X onto your devices using AltStore, because AltStore allows you to sign them using that certificate via your own Apple ID. Now that is really, really useful. If you don't know what this is, we've got a whole tutorial on how to get AltStore and install it onto your devices. That will be in the description, and there's a little screenshot in front of you on what that looks like. That is your number one go-to. You can also go ahead and use things like Sinulus and Flexstore. Again, they are paid subscriptions, and now you are paying basically for that certificate to last longer than a free certificate. And to be honest, they're pretty cheap. I mean, you can get it for like $20 a year. It's not too bad. If you want any more information, again, the links are in the description for you. And thirdly, if you have a computer, the best way of doing it is a no-revoke way of plugging your device in and using your computer to auto-walk, auto-hatch, and so on. Again, we'll have a link in the description on how to do that with a variety of different companies that support those. So, just to recap, certificates are ridiculously difficult to come by at the moment. Now, that doesn't mean to say that they won't be in the future. If this Open App Markets Act goes through, which I really hope it will do, then obviously that means that we will literally be able to install apps from anywhere, not just the Apple App Store. So there'll be hundreds of new app stores, hundreds of millions of apps that you could just get into. However, the security would then be down to you. So there's a bit of a to and fro about how this will work. Obviously, we've just said about what you can do right now. And as always, if anything new happens, then please make sure that you stay tuned to our channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because as soon as a free method is released, we will always make a video on it, so you are the first people to know and you get your apps. Make sure, check the links in the description for what works now. And as always, stay tuned for us. I know that thank you so much for there's about 36,000 of you already part of our community as subscribers, and that is growing as well. So thank you so much for all of your loyal support. I know we haven't been anywhere for a while, but we are still here. So please stay tuned with us. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been informative. Make sure that you are just patient and waiting. Use the methods that are available as now, and as soon as new methods are here, check our channel out. You can always drop us a comment as well to show your support. I know that loads of your comments saying things don't work. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that, so it'd be great to see some positive comments in there as well. I will then comment on those, give me a hi, say hello, and I will comment back on those as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all very, very soon.